Oops. Hey guys, welcome back to a new video. It's a girl Gina Wakama. Thank you so much for tuning in once again. This is the last video for 2023, and I decided to just come up with things that I have learned this year, things that 2023 has taught me. I've always known these things, but it kind of just became like pronounced in 2023, just became very evident to me, like it became personal to me. These are things I hear other people say, and I'll be like, okay, but this year I felt it on a personal level. If you're new here on my channel, please let this not be your last time. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for sticking with me throughout January to December of 2023. I'm so happy that the year is rounding up. I don't know about you, but I am excited for 2024. Stick with me to the end because the last point is the most important. You don't want to miss it. The first lesson that 2023 taught me is that situations are temporary. Like, things will eventually get better. It's not always going to be bad. You know, the light at the end of the tunnel that people used to say. It's not cliche. There's really going to be light at the end of the tunnel at the end of the day. It's not going to always be bad. There are good times, there are beautiful times, there are bad times, but the bad times will not be constant. That is one thing that 2023 taught me, that situations are very temporary. So we should make the most of wherever we find ourselves. The second thing that I learned in 2023 is that you're your biggest cheerleader. Not everyone will understand what you're trying to do or what you're doing, and that's very fine. So if people do not pat you on the back, you pat yourself at the back. Okay, you encourage yourself and cheer yourself. You're your biggest cheerleader, like I said. So not everybody will root for you, and that doesn't make them bad people. It's just that they don't understand what you're trying to do, which they will eventually do when maybe it becomes a success. So keep cheering for yourself, keep rooting for yourself. The third thing that I learned in 2023 is that people will come and go in your life. You should let them, just like situations are not permanent, the same way people are not permanent. So when people come to your life, you let them in, and when they go, let them go. That's the third thing that I learned in 2023. Point number 4 is you should never compare your life with somebody else's life, because you don't know what that person is going through. You don't know what sacrifices that person has had to make. And when I say sacrifices, I mean sacrifice. Jokes apart, don't compare your life with another person's life. Your part and the person's parts in life, they are different. You came for different things. So you cannot be comparing your life with another person's life. Comparison is a thief of joy. You'll be so obsessed with, thinking about that person's, looking at that person's life, and you neglect your own life. So do not do that. Going forward in 2024, please do not allow comparison to eat the most important thing that I learned in 2023. This is the most important thing that I learned in 2023, because I don't know how to say it, but the most important thing I learned in 2023 is that you should not be afraid of change. Change is very good. Change can be very uncomfortable, and it will spin you around for a while. Like, you're going to stagger, while you're at it. But change is very good. For you to make progress, the progress that you want to see, you have to change certain things in your life. Like, you want to make financial progress, you want to make spiritual progress, physical progress, emotional progress. You have to change something. You have to change. Do you get? So you have to accept change. Change is very good. For instance, earlier this year, I had to make a difficult decision, but I knew that I had to make it for me to see the progress that I was looking for at the time. It was very difficult for me to make that decision, but I'm very glad that I did it. And I'm happier that I took that decision, that I accepted that change. So, change, the results of accepting change is really worth it. So, whatever you do in 2024, accept change, embrace change, don't be afraid of it, because for you to move forward, you have to take a step, and that taking a step means you changing your position. Just be flexible. Without flexibility, there is no change. If you're too rigid, you're too fixed on the former things, like it will be difficult for you to accept change. So you're not supposed to be hell bent on something. You're sticking to it and you're praying to God to help you in that particular position, whereas there are opportunities that are coming for you that require that you move from where you are or change something that you're doing and do something else, but you're so fixed on that particular one, you're praying for God to help you for that particular one. Don't be rigid, be flexible and accept change. Change is very difficult, it's very uncomfortable, but the results will always be worth it. I'm telling you from experience. We've come to the end of this video. I hope you learned a thing or two. These are lessons that I learned in 2023 and I'm taking them with me to 2024. I hope you learned something from this video too. Please don't forget to hit the like button, comment, tell me things that you've learned in 2023, things that 2023 taught you. Also, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for sticking with me from January till now. I'm very grateful, guys. So see you in 2024. Thank you. Bye.